Right, let's go. Hi everyone, glass of wine during this video. So when in Spain you drink red wine, so I've dropped the beer on this holiday. So I'm in Spain in this lovely villa for a week's holiday with my wife. We're coming towards the end of the holiday now, but it's been a lovely few days here. It's been absolutely roasting outside. We've mainly been just chilling by the pool and a few day trips here and there, but yeah, we've just been chilling out. So this is going to be a bit of a filler episode really. I'll intersperse photos and clips of the trip, but we've just been chilling out really. Phil's been back at home in the sweltering 30-degree heat this week, which is rare because we've had such a rubbish summer in the UK. So he's been slaving away back at the Portcullis tap house. So it's a bit of a filler episode, and I just wanted to introduce you to myself. As you may have saw in the first episode, I'm Elliott, and I'm one of two members or co-founders of Portcullis Brewing Company. And I basically just want to introduce you to myself. So basically my story was, I touched on in the previous video, but I just want to give a bit of a holistic view as to who I am, I guess. So I picked up brewing as a hobby in lockdown, and as a kid growing up, I loved beer. My dad was a big real ale enjoyer, and while growing up, he'd always give me a little taste of his beer, and obviously when I came of age, the genie was out the bottle, so to speak. And then I got introduced to craft beer by my brother-in-law. I went and visited him when he was working in a craft beer bar, and he introduced me to all these different drinks. I fondly remember his expression when he gave me, he handed over a sample of a sour beer, which I'd never experienced before. It tasted like vinegar instantly, and his pleasure when he saw me, recoil at the flavour of this beer will always stick in my memory. So yeah, picked up homebrewing as a lockdown hobby, and then just got bit by the bug. And over 3 years, I brewed probably in the region, I think between like 30 to 40 beers over the course, probably closer to 30 to be honest with you. And so brewed a lot, drank a lot as well, as I'm sure a lot of us did, just because we were bored, or maybe speaking for myself. But then towards the end of lockdown, my previous career, or my current career now actually, I was in IT for 10 years. And it was a bit monotonous. It was what I'd known for years, and I wanted to jump into a more creative career. So towards the end of lockdown, I studied the General Certificate in Brewing from IBD, or the Institute of Brewing and Distilling. So I passed that so essentially it's the global standard, or a pretty well-known standard to be a professional brewer. So I studied that material and passed the exam with the eyes at the end of lockdown. I was going to try and find a introductory brewing job. Thankfully, I picked up a job because I'm sure a lot of you professional brewers know it's quite difficult to break into a creative industry like brewing, because it's an invisible job market. Essentially, people get jobs based on essentially who you know, and it's a very sort of small community. So thankfully, I picked up a job, my introductory job into brewing at Brewhouse and Kitchen, which is a brew pub chain in the UK. I spent about best part of a year there. I think it was about 8 months in the end. I was cutting my teeth commercially at that point. So I'd brewed 30 beers home brewed. Most of them were all right, got some good feedback, a couple of terrible ones which I've learned from. And then I was brewing commercially at a brew pub on a 400 litre system. And then, so I cut my teeth there, probably brewed about 50 times whilst I was there. And then I got headhunted by a local brewery in Portsmouth, well, in Gosport, called Portcullis Brewing Co. And it was a system which was 5 times the size of the Brass Kitchen system. So it was a big commercial brew house, well, certainly by craft standards. So it's 2,500 litres. And yeah, that was a fantastic opportunity. So I got headhunted and brought in to Powder Monkey, and I spent 2 years there, further cutting my teeth and learning the trade and falling in love with the trade. And then over my 3 years brewing professionally, Phil and I, because Phil opened the pub in Portchester, and me and him, we struck up a friendship over our love of beer. And over both breweries, we brewed collaboration beers, which then went on to be sold at the pub. And we brewed in the region of 7 beers, and all of them were well received. And then after the last one, we decided, should we do this together? And that's when the seed was planted. And here we are with a shipping container brewery, kit coming in now. And everything's shaping up. Hopefully we'll be brewing within the next month to 2 months. So yeah, that's a little bit of my background. As for this channel, I'm a big YouTube consumer. I enjoy watching all the brew tubers and gaming videos and everything. I consume most of my media through YouTube, and that means I had a lot of inspiration, and also I learned a lot from YouTube. You had YouTubers which were very influential to me in my beginning, like the Brew Show, the Homebrew Challenge, which the chaps know over at Brewlosophy, Harry Brews on the UK, there's Craft Brew Channel, but yeah, there's a bunch. There's also a really cool one in Australia called Flaming Galar, and that was really cool. So, with that in mind, my intention is to have this YouTube channel be dedicated to all things brewing, a mixture of both vlogs, which I guess this is, and also educational videos, because I learned a lot from this. And if it's interesting, I'd like to help educate home brewers and other commercial brewers alike. So at the moment I'm back in IT, basically to keep the lights on, and I'm going to be brewing part-time at the Portcullis Brewing Company. So at the start we envision it's not going to take up too much of my time, perhaps a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then as production ramps up, we'll see there. But yeah, so I'm excited to get brewing. All of our ducks have been put in a row, I think that's the saying, or our ducks are in a row. I've got all of the admin stuff behind the scenes done. We've got our brewery signed off, we've got our AWRS signed off, which means we can sell our beer, and environmental health is ticking along. The brewery itself is all outfitted, ready to go. We've got the kit, we just need to get it plumbed in and wired in, and basically there's just a couple more things I need to sign off, like effluent, but that should be done for the next couple of weeks. So we're hoping to be brewing within the next month to 2 months. Our uni tank is on its way from China, so that should be here within about 45 days. So we're hoping to be brewing modern centred craft beer, hopefully sort of around October time. At the start we've only got an open top, like we said in the previous video, so it's going to be cask beer, real ale, which is a style which is very near and dear to my heart. But yeah, so that's basically the outlook. If anyone has any questions, further questions into home brewing or my background, I'll be happy to answer them. But for now, that's just a brief introduction into me. I say brief, but I've been talking for 9 minutes, but I'm going to stop waffling, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll catch you up. I'll catch you in the next one. All right, cheers.